Hi everyone. The truth about suffering and how to overcome it. A lot of people are going through a lot of difficult times. A lot of people have passed through a lot of difficult times. In fact, every single person, every human being has passed through difficulties. Even children have difficulties. Infants have difficulties. The moment they are brought out from the womb, they pass difficulties because of the transitioning from the womb to the world, and they need to adapt to understand themselves in order for them to avoid the suffering. The reason behind suffering is all through our lives from infancy, we were taught to be other people, to copy other people, and to follow what other people did to succeed, telling them that is the only way you succeed. And all through your life, you have been someone else. Just like a sheep raised by a lion, it is a herbivore, while the lion is a carnivore. It now starts feeding on meat, thinking that it is a lion. It will suffer because its gastrointestinal tract was not built for eating meat. It will go through a little bit of discomfort, but however, it will adjust back and become its normal self. Then the suffering will disappear. It's just like a fish trying to stay on land, thinking that it is a land animal. It's going to suffer. When it stays there for a while, it needs to go back to the water, adjust before it now becomes itself. So that's the reason behind suffering. It means that you're outside your true self. That is how you thrive more. You avoid suffering by being your authentic self. You need to be your true self in order for you to overcome this suffering. So this is the reason you need to go deep within yourself. This suffering is an indication because we human beings already, we have a kind of adjusting system. Just as the universe has a coping mechanism, it's got a system. That's how a human being is. And so the suffering is indicating that there's something you're doing, you're out of alignment with yourself. It's not meant for you to think that the universe, God, Gaia, nature, tree of life, source is against you. No, it is the universe asking you to dig deep. There's something you're not where you're meant to be. The environment you are, you're not meant to be there, or the people or things around you, a lot of things around you are not how they are meant to be. It's just for you to self-adjust. So you need to look deep in your mind to find out, who am I and what works for me. You need to be your authentic self, and that is something you've never been taught. That's the reason why people find it difficult to be themselves, because they have never been this before. They are going into an unknown area. Just like you have time zones, you have a job that is in another time zone that is like very different from your own time zone. Your nighttime in your original time zone is the daytime in the time zone you move to, let's say for a job. So when normally you're meant to be sleeping, you would stay awake, but your system has not adapted. So you find out that your sleeping mechanism, because you need to work, you are not given time to adapt. So you do not sleep. It's going to weigh on you. You're going to suffer. Even after you've worked for a long time and gone back to your original time zone, you need to readjust as well. And so adjustment, the moment you are the way you're meant to be, you find things flowing easily for you. So you've not been taught to be yourself. How can you be yourself? The easiest way, which is what I guide people, is to start doing your passion and giving out. Your passion is your excitement, the thing you do that gives you the highest joy. No one taught you, you just know how to do it. Do it and give it out. It's different. That's the reason why you're steering clear of it, because no one has made it, because no one has ever been you. That your passion is unique to you, just as your thumbprint is unique to you. That's how it is. So it's okay. Learn to embrace it. Embrace yourself. It's different. You need to do it and give out. And your flow of who you truly are, because you've forgotten, you don't know who you truly are, is what makes you happy and what gives you peace. That is your true identity. The moment you're working that way, people will now start seeing that this is the real you, and then you get accepted easily. And you find out that the situations or the conditions or the people around your environment, wherever it is, or where you're working, that's not where you're meant to be. Then you switch back to what is the environment that is suitable for you. You go there, you find out that you make it there. That's the secret to breakthroughs. You find out that you make it there, you survive easier. It becomes natural to you, just as you breathe in and out. No one taught you. It becomes naturally for you. You find out that a lot of manifestations will come into your life. A lot of people realize themselves. They know that when they go for it, they're going to be too rich. They feel they cannot handle it because they have been living in an environment of limitation. They do not know how to handle limitlessness. I tell you, just as a fish survives in water and a goat or a sheep feeds on plants, is a herbivore, and a lion is a carnivore and survives on meat, or a land animal survives on air, you would survive. You will adapt. It will become natural to you. You won't feel it. So do not be afraid to be your authentic you, because your authentic you is meant to be rich. It's meant to have limitless possibilities, infinite resources. You're meant to have the life that you want, the love that you want, the soulmates, all the goodies that you want, the properties, whatever it is, the environment that you want that suits you, the kind of friends, community, everything that you want, you would have it. But you are born with a limiting mentality in a world that lack is natural. They tell you that that is what your world is meant to be, and you accepted it. But your world is not a world of limitations, because you are an infinite being. You are a limitless being. And that's the reason why all through your life you search for all these goodies, because that is your natural environment, that's your natural habitat. But you need to be yourself. And that yourself is your passion. Do your passion and give out. Go with the flow, what makes you happy, what gives you peace. And I assure you, that is where the manifestations will come to you. This is a law, a secret of the universe. And when you follow it, you will find yourself in a beautiful world, in a magical world, because you are magical.